Good morning, everyone. We are all gathered here today on this beautiful Saturday morning to celebrate something truly special, the grand opening of our brand new Stepanski Early Childhood Center. Yeah. I am Darren Holly. I'm proud interim superintendent of the Waterford School District, and it's my distinct honor to welcome you all here to this historic event. You may find it interesting to note that this is the first new school building in the Waterford School District in over 50 years. That's a big deal, and because of this, we have some very distinguished guests to help us kick things off. So here today with us, we have State Rep Mike Harris. We have our local township supervisor, Gary Wall. Over there. And of course, we have all of you in support of this district and to see what's inside this amazing facility. It's been quite a journey to get to this point, and it means the world for us. It means the world to us to have you here and celebrate this very special day with us. So I'd like to start by acknowledging a few groups and individuals because, trust me, a school building like this does not come together without a tremendous amount of collaboration. So I'd like to recognize the following. First, our Board of Education for providing just unrelenting support and resources for all of our students and staff. And next, Stepanski Principal Andrea Bratton and her entire staff. They have worked tirelessly to ensure the school continued to operate smoothly during construction, keeping the focus on teaching and learning. And I was starting to wonder if this building was open 24/7 because there are literally people here all the time, through the day, the night, and on weekends. And that has not gone unnoticed, so thank you so much. And we thank Stepanski parents for remaining flexible and patient during construction and always supporting the mission. It's not easy, and we know that there can be frustration during this time, so we appreciate your patience. And we had 3 Stepanski committees that helped get this project off the ground. Everything was decided by a group, and many points of view were considered. And as you can imagine, there were a lot of opinions as to what this eventually should look like. So we thank those of you on the committees for your dedication to creating a student-focused, comprehensive, and inclusive early childhood center. Our Facilities and Operations Department, Assistant Superintendent of Operations, Sandy Elka, Sid Tippett, Steve Carswell, and their entire crew. They put countless hours into developing the school to make sure that this build was done on time, safely, and within budget. And we thank the neighbors surrounding the school. I know it hasn't been easy or convenient to have construction taking place for the last 2.5 years right outside your front door. So we appreciate your collaboration to ensure the construction could be completed efficiently and with minimal impact. And we thank our larger community for supporting our bond in 2020, which made this whole project possible. Also, we have had a great working relationship with Gary Wall, the man, the myth, the legend, and also our Waterford Township Supervisor, who's always been extremely supportive of our school district. So we thank you so much, Gary. And we thank Barton Mallow and French Associates. They're out there now. They have been expert partners in designing, creating, and constructing this new school. And I know crews have been putting a lot of extra hours to make sure things were done. And trust me, that hard work did not go unnoticed. And lastly, but definitely not least, I'd like to thank our students who serve as a reminder that investments in early childhood education now is an investment in their bright futures later. So let's all give a Round of applause to these groups. And before I make my remaining comments regarding this day, I'd like to first invite Jim Stepanski, whose family this building is named after, to say a few words. And while he's coming up, I'd like to share just a quick story or a quick history. Originally, Stepanski was standing pretty much where you were standing, out there in the parking lot. And it was first opened in 1945 as Williams Lake Elementary School, eventually becoming an early childhood center in 1987. And in 1989, after A.J. Stepanski had dedicated many years of service on our school board of education, the board voted to name this building the A.J. Stepanski Early Childhood Center. Jim?
He gave my speech. So Sarah tells me I have 45 minutes, so I'll spare it down to a little less. My dad loved education. Interesting thing is he was born and raised in Royal Oak, Michigan. Born March 24th, 1931. Interesting, when they named the facility after him, I got to think of where we went to school, and myself, my sister, my son and daughter all went to Jane O. Adams. I grew up thinking Jane O. Adams was a woman. No. He was a judge, politician, and his real name was Clark. Clark, Jane O. Adams, never heard that. My dad grew up in Royal Oak, went to Royal Oak Shrine. At Royal Oak Shrine, he excelled in academics and athletics. He was also where he met his soon-to-be wife, Rosemary. Sitting right here. Don't get mad, but she's 92 now and doing great. After graduating from Royal Oak Shrine, he went to UD, University of Detroit, where he had a full ride scholarship. He graduated with chemistry and biology. From there, he went to medical school in Iowa. Had a daughter, came home, did an internship, and then in 1958 to 1960, opened a practice in Waterford, and he said he'll never leave. I think he won't. Two people I'd like to thank for this is three people actually. Spearheaded this was Ron Arnold. Got the ball rolling along with the late Hammering and Stan Kurzman. They seem to be spearheading this after my dad left. Dad loved education. Of course, wanted us all to have education. Went to school. He loved children though. I think he'd be very happy with us. But I don't think he'd come to us to be honest. Thank you all for coming. My dad used to say, give your kids roots and wings. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Jim. It's been an honor to have your family as such an integral part of the Waterford School District history, and we are glad that you could be here to join us and help celebrate. So I have some quick facts. I know I'm the only thing that's holding you from going inside, but quick facts about construction. We did a groundbreaking in April 2022. This school has a motor skills room where children are encouraged to move, play, and explore, has a chemistry kitchen for extra messy learning, a STEM lab for designing and engineering experiences, and a family welcome area to greet families and visitors. It took over 100,000 hours, and I bet it even took more, and 290 tons of steel to build this $30 million facility. The center is over 67,000 square feet, has 31 classrooms, 43 bathrooms, I'm glad I don't have to clean them all, and can fit up to 617 students. Another fun fact is that the main corridor that you're going to see is the same length as a football field, including the end zones. It's huge. Wait till you see it. As safety is a top priority in the Waterford School District, this building contains the most up-to-date security equipment available, along with 86 different camera views. And very important to our children, and maybe some of our adults, outdoor The property boasts 88,000 square feet of playground space with 65 new pieces of playground equipment, and I've personally tested each one just to make sure that they're up to standards. Parking lot has 180 spaces, and it might be big enough to park a few of the jets that are just down the road. And last, it is also important to note that during construction, 35 trees had to be removed, but when it all is said and done, we will have replaced them with 332 trees. And yes, these stats are interesting to someone like me, and hopefully you, and show that how tremendous the scope of work is. However, today is about more than just the opening of a new building. This is also a celebration of the importance of the investment in early childhood education and how critical it is to start our students off on a solid foundation. Early childhood education sets the tone for how children will engage and develop both academically and socially throughout their school career. And we must give them every opportunity to thrive at this young age so that the momentum can be continued forward. This past year, we reached out to some of our seniors who began their learning journey at Stepanski, just over there. And here's what they had to say. My time at Waterford School District has prepared me, helped me set goals, and made me feel ready for my future. This was from Jay Holmes, who was a senior at Durant High School this year. Ben Aka, Kettering High School senior, said, having been a lifelong Waterford School District learner has meant a lot to me since both of my parents grew up and attended Waterford schools. I have learned to be a hard worker, a critical thinker, and to be resilient. And last, Mia Stach, a Mott senior, said, to be a lifelong Waterford School District learner means that I know I've received a quality education, and I can say I have had a meaningful learning experience. All the teachers I've ever had in this district have helped guide me significantly. If those comments from Mia, Ben, and Jay don't show you the importance of this district's investment in early childhood education, not sure what does. Each of these students is heading out into the real world, and at the end of the school year, they will be all the more confident and resourceful because they began their learning careers here at Stepanski Early Childhood Center. Future is bright in Waterford School District, and this is in part because we chose to actively and continuously invest in early childhood education. Thank you again for your support. So now it's time. It is time to cut the ribbon and officially open this school. And after we do that, I ask that you all wait just for a few moments later. We're going to take just a couple photos of the ribbon cutting, and when we're done, I invite you all to head inside and tour this new facility.